Alright, so to be honest with you guys, this match happened like 2 weeks ago. So if I missed something in this builder, I apologize. But at the same time, it's actually not that bad because there could be a chance that we play my boy here, the Flying Bird, in playoffs. So if I don't mention something, then hey, that can come in pretty handy for us in this matchup here. So originally we were supposed to play Mastodon. Unfortunately, though, he ended up dropping. I don't really know why, but because he was good friends with Bird, and Bird is good friends with Aaron, Bird took over for Mastodon, and now we're facing my good friend, the Flying Bird. Some of you guys may remember who he is. I've mentioned him before. He actually did help me win P4G, I think, like last year. Was it last year? Yeah. Wow, I can't believe it's almost been like a year, has it? Yeah, it wasn't earlier. Was it? I don't even remember, dude. I can't believe it's been that long. So, yeah, I've been good friends with the Flying Bird for a while now. Awesome, awesome dude. Love him to death. He's goofy, but he's a very awesome person. So, channel link and stuff will be down below if you guys go check out. If you enjoy this, you know what to do. Get boss of YouTube. How's it going, guys? So, I know this match is going up late. Tomorrow on Tuesday, you guys are probably going to get double uploads. You're going to get the actual battle for this BBL week, and you're gonna get the team builder for week number 5 of EWT. So yeah, hopefully we can kind of try and get back on schedule for the rest of the season. I think we only have 2 more weeks, honestly, for the BBL, so there's not too much left, and then we only have like 4 weeks left for EWT potentially, so that's also crazy as well. But let's take a look here at our team matchup. Now, Bird did end up doing a couple trades, which I don't know if they wouldn't affect immediately or not, but I wasn't bothered by whatever trades were made just because I was focused on whatever final version of Bird's team he was going to decide to bring. And as you can see here, it is below. Now, this team is very interesting in the sense that he's got double Waters and Slowbro and Lapras, and he's got double Grasses and Roserade and Torterra. All 4 of those mons, I believe, don't really have that good of a chance to come. If anything, Slowbro might come to this match just because it does help potentially deal with my Mega Mewtwo Y. It can deal with Pyroar potentially, Garchomp, or even Azumarill. So yeah, if anything, Slowbro out of those 4, I definitely expect. The 2 Pokemon I'm 100% are coming to this match are Arceus Normal. Yes, you heard that correctly. This is Normal Arceus. This is the god of Pokemon. Last week we had to face a Kyogre, which is already banned in regular Uber drafts, but we were able to overcome it. But now we have to face a god. So yeah, that is a little bit annoying, I'm not gonna lie. So hopefully things go a little bit better, and then I definitely expect Tornadus Therian to come to this match just because Tornty is absolutely phenomenal in Draft League format. It's definitely a Pokemon I've wanted to use for so long, and a part of me really hopes that it gets through Gen 8 so I can use it in Gen 8 drafts, because I'm definitely going to draft it if it is around in Gen 8. As for the rest of his team, I'm not too sure. Mimikyu honestly doesn't seem entirely too bad, just because it can help check things like my Superior, Garchomp, Mega Mewtwo, although it can't really do too much to things like Registeel, Persian, and Pyroar, as well as Quillfish. So it's kind of hit or miss potentially in this game on whether or not he's going to bring it. Bisharp, I suppose, maybe has a chance to come. And then Mega Ampharos, I don't really think it comes. Honestly, like, I don't know why he would bring Mega Ampharos. Agility, I guess, is probably like its best set in this game, but even then, it's not honestly a problem. So yeah, I don't expect his bottom 4 mons, if I'm being 100% honest with you guys, but I guess maybe Ampharos can come, like Roselia can Spikes, I guess. Torterra could be like Double Dance potentially, which Mastodon has brought before. So yeah, I'm not gonna knock it, but with that being said, let's take a look at what we are bringing to this match here. So our first team member is going to be Garchomp, just a very fat choice scarf Garchomp. Now obviously a big huge giant problem in this game is the fact that he has freaking Arceus Normal, not Arceus Fairy, not Arceus Ghost, not Arceus Steel. No, it's regular Arceus that can run any item and can still run whatever set it damn well pleases to run, which means I have no idea what he's gonna bring with his Arceus. I'm just hoping that maybe he goes like Swords Dance, Extreme Speed, and then if it's like defensive, I guess it may not be as annoying. If it's Calm Mind, it could be a little problematic potentially. I don't really know, but I need to just hope that I don't get absolutely murdered by Arceus, basically. So keeping the theme of him maybe being Swords Dance, which is an instant boost of double its attack, as where Calm Mind only gives it +1, so it has immediate power, or more immediate power I should say, after a Swords Dance as opposed to Calm Mind. I figured that by having a more physically defensive Garchomp, that might be a little bit better going into this game. So we are running enough speed to outspeed a Scarfed Emboar, which also gives us enough speed to outspeed Arceus and Tornadus. If I'm not mistaken, I can also outspeed a Agility Ampharos that is not plus speed nature. But if it brings Agility Ampharos, I guess it would be plus attack just so it can do some type of damage. If it's not agility, then I don't need to worry about it, but I can still outspeed the Arceus and the Tornadus, which is the most important things, sorry, that I need to outspeed. And I don't know why he would bring Scarf Emboar. Maybe a Wall Breaker set makes more sense, like Mixed or Z-Move, honestly, is a little bit terrifying for me to try to switch into. But yeah, we are running enough speed for his two fastest Mons, which are Tornadus and Arceus, and then from there, this can act as a really good revenge killer. It is able to tank physical hits from the Emboar, the Bisharp, and maybe the Mimikyu, as long as it's not like boosted or Life Orb boosted, which I don't know what kind of Mimikyu he would honestly want to bring to this game. Like Life Orb makes sense with Swords Dance, it can be Z-Move, Swords Dance 2, any type of Mimikyu honestly is going to be really damn annoying going into this game. But between our 4 offensive moves here, we were able to do pretty good damage to just about everything. Both Outrage and Dragon Claw are nice, just because late game, if Mimikyu is gone and the Bisharp is weakened, I can just spam Dragon Claw safely without having to worry about Outrage confusion. But Outrage is still able to do really good damage to the Tornadus and the Arceus if needed. So yeah, we are able to run Adamant max attack, so we can do just a little bit more damage than we would be able to if we were Jolly. I guess we could go Jolly with a whole lot more bulk, but I really feel like being able to do more damage is a lot more helpful. Next off, we have a very awesome set here. I honestly think that this might have originally been the final set I put on his team. I don't quite remember, but I realized that Pyroar actually has a phenomenal matchup in this game. Like, yeah, he has Slowbro, but that gets absolutely murdered by Hyper Voice. And even though, yeah, he does have Mimikyu, we still have other measurements to deal with Mimikyu regardless. So once Slowbro is gone and Emboar is weakened, if he doesn't have the Mega Ampharos, I can just kind of click Flamethrower and Fire Blast for free. We are modest choice specs Pyroar. This can definitely punch a giant hole in Bird's team. This is able to 2-hit KO just about everything, which is amazing. Hyper Voice also helps if for some reason he brings sub on the Arceus, although I'm more concerned about setup recover 2 attacks than substitute Arceus. But in case he does have sub, then we can bypass the sub and smack it around for some really good damage. Now the issue with this Pyroar set is that we don't outspeed Jolly max speed Mimikyu, but realistically there's no reason for him to run Jolly Mimikyu. Like, Adamant makes so much more sense in this match, so I figured that I could be a little bit safe and just speed creep. I think it was Adamant Mimikyu, or in case he expected me to speed creep Mimikyu, I'm trying to speed creep his speed creep so I can catch him off guard, and then that allows us to have 76 in our physical defense. But Hyper Voice is able to clean 2-hit KO Slowbro unless he's like max Spadef with the Assault Vest, max Spadef, max HP, and then he does have the Assault Vest boost. But even then, it's going to get worn down eventually, and it's about a 3-hit KO still. And then if I catch it with a Toxic, then that's going to be really nice to force it to switch in and out and try to take hazard damage. With the Regenerator, it should be able to be easily KO'd by us. We are even able to OHKO Tornadus after Stealth Rocks, which is ridiculous just because max HP Tornadus, even without an Assault Vest, is still able to just tank hits absolutely amazingly. So yeah, Pyroar right here can definitely put in a lot of work. It's immediate power. I need to just try to smack his team and try to pick up any KOs I can get instantly. That way I have less things to worry about alongside the Arceus if I'm not able to gain any information on it, and the nuisance that could be Mimikyu and potentially Tornadus Therian as well. So yeah, Pyroar definitely has a phenomenal matchup in this game just because it can honestly do so much damage with its dual stab. I don't even need any of other coverage move. Toxic is just kind of filler, honestly. It is there for Slowbro, but it's really just filler. This move can literally be anything else I want it to be, honestly. So our next team member here is going to be Nami, which is able to kind of soft check Arceus. Like if he is an extreme speed SD Arceus variant, then with Fur Coat and Chillon Berry, we're going to be able to eat an E-Speed, and then a +2 Foul Play absolutely murders Arceus, which is amazing. I think we are speed creeping the same thing that we are speed creeping with our Pyroar here, so we don't really need to run any more speed, so we can put the rest in our HP. And max defense ensures that we take less damage. If we were max HP and we had 148 defense, we would take more damage essentially. So yeah, max defense and then 148 HP so we can take hits. Parting Shot just in case we're able to gain momentum. I figured that maybe U-turn would have been better over Parting Shot, but there's a good chance that maybe he doesn't bring Bisharp. Like there's not really much Bisharp can honestly do in this game. Like so much of my team can deal with it. I guess maybe if we have Quillfish we can pop the Defiant, but even then I'm not too concerned about it because at +1 it's still not dealing enough damage to the point where I'm honestly worried about it. So yeah, I figured Parting Shot was still better over U-turn, and then Taunt is nice in case his Arceus is slower than me. I can taunt it, stop him from boosting. We can taunt Mimikyu, we can taunt Slowbro, Roselia, Torterra, Ampharos, even Lapras. He's not bringing, I will bet money that he wouldn't want to bring Lapras in general anyways. So yeah, I'm not worried about Lapras, but Taunt is really nice just to stop setup. And I guess maybe Defog? I mean, well, no, not really. Like Tornadus is faster than us. I guess if I predicted to switch in, I can taunt it. I don't really know. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's fine. Taunt is just there to be able to deal with things essentially. So yeah, moving on to our next team member, we have Shanks, aka Mega Mewtwo Y, and this is basically just able to murder everything that Bird has on his team. Now that is only if we are able to get up a Calm Mind, unfortunately. Now the thing about this match is that Mimikyu is basically the hardest stop to my Mewtwo in this game. Now if he does bring Bisharp, I guess that's a little bit annoying because I originally wanted to have Aura Sphere over Thunderbolt, but I realized that if he does bring a super fat Slowbro, if I'm not able to weaken it beforehand, and with me potentially not being able to knock it off, then it is going to be able to consistently pivot in to my Slowbro and wall me, even if he is toxic by my Pyroar, and I don't think he would ever let me knock it off with my Alolan Persian. So I figured that at least by having Thunderbolt, then I can still deal with the Slowbro, and at +1 I can still do a really good chunk of damage to Bisharp if he does bring it for whatever reason. But besides those two mons, Psystrike basically murders everything at +1 that Bird wants to have. I get a Calm Mind up and things will just start dropping left and right. We are a very bulky Mewtwo set, so we can try and deal with Bisharp. Potentially we can try and take an extreme speed from the Arceus or U-turn knockoff from the Tornadus, and then because our special attack is already so insanely high, even without a boost we're still going to be hitting pretty hard. But if I do get that Calm Mind off, then Mewtwo just comes in and things absolutely drop. I believe we are running enough speed to speed creep his Tornadus, running enough speed for my Alolan Persian, if I'm not mistaken. And there's no way that Arceus should be Jolly or Timid max speed either, so I wasn't really too concerned about that. But this can definitely outspeed the entirety of his team so long as he doesn't have anything scarfed. Now again, obviously Mimikyu is the biggest thing stopping my Mewtwo from really doing anything, so if I'm able to pop the disguise of Mimikyu, I can easily tank a Shadow Sneak and then just destroy it with the Side Strike. So the sooner Mimikyu is gone, the sooner Mega Mewtwo can come in and just absolutely body anything in front of it. So yeah, really hoping that the set can put in work. And moving on to our next team member here, we have Qwilfish. Now I originally was thinking about putting Azumarill on this over Qwilfish, but I figured that supportive wise, Qwilfish is actually way more handy. It does kind of have the same issue as Alolan Persian, where I can maybe give the Bisharp a +1 in its physical attack, but realistically, again, if it gets hit, it's not that big of an issue. I can Scald it. I think I am running enough speed to outspeed it if he's running an Adamant Nature, or if he's not running Jolly Max Speed, then I can always fish for the burn. I can go for Destiny Bond to take him out with me. Haze is amazing because this stops me from potentially getting swept by Setup Arceus if he thinks I don't have Haze. Calm Mind Slowbro, Swords Dance Mimikyu, Double Dance Torterra. I can get rid of the agility boost from Ampharos as well. So yeah, Haze has a lot of merits in this match, and the only real offensive move we need is Scald, because again, I don't expect the Lapras to come, and even if I'm able to burn Slowbro, that's still better than having no type of status on it in general. So yeah, spikes are really good in this match. If I can get on my hazards, this match will be so much easier for us because Scarf Garchomp has an easier time sweeping. Pyroar's switch-ins are even less of an answer to it, and then Calm Mind Mega Mewtwo Y is just that much more threatening. So yeah, spikes along with our Stealth Rocks here from our Registeel are going to be absolutely huge in this battle. Now Registeel has a very interesting role I need to fulfill in this game, and it's not only getting up Stealth Rocks, but also being able to check not only the Tornadus and the Mimikyu, but also kind of check the Arceus, and that is why I actually have Curse on this set, and with an Adamant Nature and 84 attack EVs, which I know this is not properly optimized. I could have definitely gone like Impish and then probably had either more defense or more attack. It's really not that big of an issue, okay? So with this investment though, we are always able to break the sub of a max HP Arceus at +1, and I figured that if he sees that I have Stealth Rocks, he most likely will not be expecting me to have Curse, so that is definitely something I can then take advantage of. And if I am able to get Curses going and I get up my rocks, Registeel can actually put in a good amount of work in this game. Now, I do need to be careful of his Emboar and potentially getting burned by Slowbro, I guess, but if those two are gone, then if this starts cursing up, it's gonna be a little bit difficult for him to honestly try and break through, and that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping I can get up rocks, get a couple curses going, and maybe get a KO or two with the Registeel, or maybe even potentially sweep with a Registeel in case he really does not expect me to be a curse variant. So there is a lot of potential that Registeel honestly has in this game with Curse, and it's definitely something I'm gonna try and catch him off guard with, that I'm hoping we'll be able to swing momentum in our favor if it really comes down to it. So yeah guys, that is going to be our squad for week number 8 of the BBL. Hit that thumbs up button down below. Let me know what you think about Arceus in Draft League format. It's freaking busted. It's not allowed ever for a reason, and I honestly feel like it's gonna sweep me, but hopefully it won't. So yeah, you know what to do. With that being said, I'll see you all tomorrow with the battle itself. So later, everybody.
Because my brain and heart are both tied in the knot, and this hinders me from crying a lot. This causing me to show no emotion, but when I said I cared, I wasn't joking. But I guess it's too late for me to become broken. For now, I'm living with no more pain, tears of hoping. I'm just coasting. Yeah, I said I'm coasting. No more pain, tears, hoping.